Earlier this week, there were two members of the Sigma Alpha Epsilon fraternity at the University of Oklahoma that got expelled because they took part in a racist chant that was leaked online. Well, it turns out that that incident wasn't unique to members at the University of Oklahoma chapter, because now, thank God, there's someone who's actually defending those who have been punished for doing the chant. It's actually another member of Sigma Alpha Epsilon from a completely different university. So according to reports, Turner Coulson is a junior at Texas State University and member of that university's Sigma Alpha Epsilon chapter, and he posted tweets apparently in frustration over what his fraternity brothers were going through in Oklahoma. Poor guys. I mean, can't they just do their hate speech in peace and not worry about any type of consequence for it?
I can't believe people are busting their chops about wanting to hang black people. Like, God, they get in trouble for that? Isn't it amazing that he's like outraged by this?
Now, he defended his bros through a series of tweets, which we have for you, but I should note that, of course, he got a little bit of heat for posting these things, and he immediately deleted his account. But here's what happens with the internet. You post something, and then it exists forever, okay? It doesn't just go away. So thankfully, we have those tweets, and I'm going to share them with you today. So here's what Turner had to say. Let's start gangs and shoot each other and attack cops, and then maybe the media will like us. Hashtag CNN hates me.
So I love the concept that he's saying, oh man, they're unfairly discriminating against my brothers at this frat because they weren't really racist. And I'll prove that by saying all black people attack cops, shoot each other, and start gangs. You see how unracist we are? I can't believe how unfair everybody's being to us.
It's hilarious. There's more. I've been chanting cracker for 20 minutes. No CNN story yet. We'll keep you updated.
You bitch. That you think cracker, like, yeah, okay, when you're a 6-year-old, you're like, there's a similarity between those two. No, there's not.
I don't even
There's
think
no historic
6-year-olds
weight
think
behind cracker. Nobody's like,
Johnny,
cracker, aw.
I hate to cut you off, but there's a 400-year history in this country of blacks oppressing whites using the cracker term.
That's a good point.
Struggle.
It's in my lifetime, we just finally got those laws overturned and they can't say cracker anymore.
Well, they can say, they can't put an A at the end, though. That would be inappropriate.
Cracker?
Yeah. It's so stupid. And you hear it, like, you hear it all the time growing up, like, well, they get to say that because it's not the same fucking thing. Stop whining.
Yeah. Well, then he went ahead to retweet someone who said the following: if it was violent, I would understand, but it's just words. Get over it. Stop wearing feelings on your sleeves is how I see it. You're talking about hanging black people from a tree. You're talking about lynchings in a chant. This is not a non-violent thing, right? You are chanting the most racist thing you could possibly think of, and then you're upset because people pay the consequences for it.
Well, so there's a great irony there, too. So he's saying, oh, you're catching feelings over lynchings. Well, if you were going to catch feelings, that'd be a good thing to catch feelings over.
Probably, yeah.
Like, I can't imagine anything better to catch feelings over. Second of all, you're the one who caught the feelings. That's why you're all over Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, but you caught feelings not over a lynching, but because your bros are discriminated against, man. Because, oh, did you singing about good lynchings? What's the big deal? The whole reason we're doing this story is because you caught feelings.
Absolutely.
So we talk about the racism that was, these kids got caught on the video, and that's obvious, and they get in trouble. The 2 racist emails in Ferguson, those people get fired, the rest of the police force has a job. So to me, it's like we punish that racism, but we don't punish the racism we saw on Morning Joe the other day, which, by the way, Morning Joe is my second favorite Fox morning show. And what they were doing was they saw a bus full of white kids chanting, and they were like, I bet there's a black guy who's responsible for this somewhere. And that's what they did. They said, where do these white kids learn to use the N-word? It's from rap videos and rap music. Yeah, because I don't know if you know, during the Civil War, a lot of those slave owners listened to NWA.
Yeah.
And that's where they got the N-word from.
Well, we have a really interesting way of dealing with instances of racism, right? We literally have to wait for someone to hold a sign or sing a chant that says, I'm racist, for us to actually condemn those actions. But if someone actually commits an act that's racist but doesn't say they're racist, for some reason we have doubts. Are they really racist?
Right.
Was shooting the unarmed black guy who was naked racist, though? Was it?
Yeah.
You know, like that's the way that we handle the situation. We literally need them to say that it's okay to hang people from a tree in order for us to actually admit that racism is still an issue in the country.
Blaming rap music for those white kids chanting the N-word
Yeah.
and hanging is like blaming the tree for a lynching because there's lynching marks around the tree, you know, from the rope. That's not the best analogy.
No,
But I
you've
think
done better.
Okay.
Well, it's just another way of placing the blame
In the
on
wrong
black
place.
people,
Yes.
right? Like, it's not a white person's fault for being racist. It's
Yeah.
a black person's fault for making the white person be racist.
Yes.
I mean, it's
Oh,
ridiculous.
Privileged
It's crazy.
white kids chanting the N-word. Oh, fucking blacks!
Amazing, amazing. By the way, there are a ton of people who listen to rap music, me being one of them, who don't repeat the N-word, right? Because you understand the difference between the music, the culture, and what is and isn't acceptable to say in real life, right? Someone expressing their story through music is very, very different from someone doing a racist chant.
Yes.
He says, which is, even if you were to, let's say you're a young kid, you're used to listening to rap your whole life, and you say the N-word as you're, singing along with a song, or you say it to a friend, there's a world of difference between that and, I'd like to hang black people from a tree. That's not in the rap song.
Yes.
And like, so one of their excuses was, well, we were drunk, right? Like, I've never gotten so drunk that I wanted to hang black people from a tree. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I was drunk, so I wanted to have sex with that girl. That I've done, right? Because I already wanted to have sex with that girl. Like, but I didn't have the original feelings in the first place that apparently they had, right?
Yeah.
And then the essence of the song was, we're never going to allow black people in our fraternity.
Right.
Yes.
They didn't need to be drunk to do that. They didn't allow them in the first place, right? It just, being drunk allowed them to chant it. They felt it and they acted it all along.
No, Cenk, I got to go back. Those white kids learned it from black rappers who talked about, they pro-racism, the black rappers, right?
Yeah, the black
There's
rappers
the
always...
There's the Wu-Tang Klux Klan.
The black rappers are always rapping about how we shouldn't let black people into white fraternities.
Yeah, all the time.
That's a huge theme particularly in gangster
A
rap.
lot of rap songs about white fraternities.
You're like, the white fraternities. Don't let us in.
It's amazing.